Good morning. Happy Monday. How was your week? Oh, I hope you had a wonderful week. So I was thinking about the message to give this week, and uh, I'll start off with a story. So back in the day, back yonder, when let's say I was in my 20s and I was a raging alcoholic with lots of problems, and I just didn't know what the heck was wrong with me. I had an extensive library of self help books. In fact, I remember one time, this guy I liked, we were starting to date, and he was over at my house, and he went to go use the bathroom, which you had to go through my bedroom to use the bathroom. And on his way out, when he came out of the bathroom, he looked at me. He's like, "What is? I have a question for you." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Come here." He goes, "What is this?" And he points down by my bedside table, and there's like probably about 5 different self-help books. Codependent No More, Healing the Shame That Binds You. You name it. I had I had it all laid out. I mean, I might as well have said, run right now," because, I am very needy codependent woman who has a big, problem with alcohol. But I'm like, "Oh, those, I don't know. Somebody my friend my roommate, who I don't have, must have left them there." But I was looking for all kinds of answers back in the day to try and figure out what was wrong with me, and I just couldn't come to terms with it. And I actually one of the best books I read, besides The Codependent War, which was a game changer, was, the I got a frog in my throat this morning. Sorry about that. There's allergies going around Charlotte right now. So, but was, Healing the Shame That Binds You. And listen, long before Brene Brown, with her shame-based studies, there was John Bradshaw writing about healing the shame that binds you. And boy, that was a good book. I'm like, as I'm reading, I'm like, yep, 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 yep. Everything, everything said. And it was full of, just reasons why I'm shame-based to my core. And, I thought once I got sober and I started working on myself and addressing the issues, that the shame would go away. Because, listen, when I was out there, I would wake up every morning filled with shame, remorse, guilt, and fear. Those are the biggies: shame, remorse, fear, and guilt. And recently, and as I got sober and I started doing the steps, they disappeared. They went away, and I got a handle on it, and I gained more self-esteem and went on with my life, and that's great. However, they're still there. I call it like the whirling ball of shame, fear, guilt, remorse, just kind of there. And it's kind of sitting there ready to go, just looking for a place to pounce when it can. And the other, let's say Saturday morning, I woke up, and for no reason, I mean, no reason at all, the ball of shame, the ball of doom, let's call it, the ball of doom was there, and it was whirling around, and it lives right here. This is right where it's finds a place to live. And it had latched on to whatever. I think, because I'm starting to do some Betty Bingo ventures again, it found a place to, like, "Ooh, let's find a spot to get on her about Betty Bingo," which there's nothing to be fearful, shameful, guilty, or remorseful about with Betty Bingo. I mean, it's just a fun character I came up with, that I'm getting out there again. However, this ball of doom finds it. It's like a magnet. It latches on to whatever it can to go for my gut. And literally, it lives in the gut. So I remember waking up with that ball of doom just swirling around there, thinking, "Oh, that's odd. Well, why is that? Why is that there?" And it occurred to me, it's like, no, you know what? It's there. It's always been there. It just needs something to latch onto. And when it finds something, it latches onto it. Here's a difference. Today, I don't drink over it. I don't react to it. What I was able to do was apply 12-step recovery to the process. And I was able to kind of pick apart this big ball of doom that was going around, that was trying to get at me and make me feel shame, guilt, remorse, and fear. And as I started working it out and slowly peeling apart, the ball of doom slowed down and it had nowhere to go, and it was released. And so, like, maybe within 10 minutes I had worked it through, and the ball of doom was gone, just sitting there waiting for its next chance to pounce. And I was able to walk free that day, not worry about anything, just be okay, be okay. And it wasn't a bad day. It wasn't a great day. It was just a day, which, in this day and age, I'll take a day. I, I will happily take a day. um, but I didn't have a hold of the ball of doom weighing me down, tying itself to me and tethering me to want to take that drink or drug or whatever it is to try and stop it. No, I was able to face that ball of doom. So, so that's my message to you. Do you have a ball of doom just sitting out there ready to pounce, just ready to go? Maybe it's sitting there right now. Maybe it's there right now, sitting there ready to go and eat you alive. Don't give in to the ball of doom. It's it can't get you. You just have to face that ball of doom and say, okay, what's this really about? For me, um, mine was fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, and I had to turn it into, no, you're using your gifts to be of service to other people through your gifts and talents. So I turned mine into a message of service, and that took away the shame and the guilt because I didn't feel shameful or guilty about that anymore. So what is it? What is that ball of of fear, guilt, remorse, shame tying itself to? Do some journaling. Get out the journaling and tear it down, break it down, and don't give that ball of doom a chance to keep ruining your life and ruining your day. If you're early in sobriety, the ball of doom's going to be there. You're still learning how to get rid of it. It doesn't. It's a lifetime practice. I'll tell you this. But once you master it, it's beautiful. It's like, why do I have this fear? Why do I have this fear? Why do I have this shame? Why do I have this guilt? And just tear it down. Peel the onion. Peel the onion. Peel the onion until you get to the center. And I'll tell you right now, the center for me has always been not trusting God, not trusting God's plan for me, not trusting God's gifts that I've been given, not trusting that God's got a plan for the other people in my life. And when I can really get to that pathway of how it got to that, and just by peeling the onion, where the core is, that shame and guilt, and I replace it core of shame and guilt and remorse with God, then light beams, and then light beams from here, and then I can walk in the light of my higher power today. So I hope this message finds you well. Maybe you don't have that ball of doom going, but if it shows up, you tell it, you get on it and replace that shame, guilt, remorse, and fear with God. So it can't weigh you down. It can shine out of you. All right. So that's all I got. Thanks for checking in with us. We'll see you next week for another edition of Monday Messages. If you're enjoying this, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Let's keep in touch and let's keep doing this. I hope you have a great week. Bye.